WrestleMania 24 is a very good WrestleMania. Despite being overrated by some, managed to give me a lot of good entertainment. The crowd is respectable and huge, if I might add, while the main event ranks among one of my favorites, for sure. The Flair versus Michaels storyline is absolutely fabulous, and the atmosphere is terrific. This is my second time seeing it now, and I enjoyed it as much as I did the first time, for sure. Now let's get right down to the matches. All right, first out we got the Belfast Brawl. We got Finlay against JBL. The crowd is into Finlay big time. Not sure why. Oh yeah, that's right, because they have Hornswoggle, and they are in Orlando, and a lot of kids there, so put two and two together. Solid work from both involved, but nothing truly outstanding. There were some nasty bumps from the two, and even little Hornswoggle takes a couple, which is absolutely hilarious. JBL wins the match, however, with the clothesline from hell. Now we get the Money in the Bank ladder match. CM Punk against Shelton Benjamin, Chris Jericho, Carlito, MVP, Mr. Kennedy, and John Morrison. And easily, Chris Jericho gets the biggest pop here. Yet another memorable Money in the Bank ladder match with some outstanding spot fests and great storytelling, for sure. Not quite as good as WrestleMania 21's or 22's, but amazing indeed. Punk retrieves the briefcase. CM Punk retrieves the briefcase in the end. But it's a shame because I was hoping for Chris Jericho when it first aired. But either way, I'm still happy. CM Punk won the Money in the Bank ladder match. Now, we get Batista versus Umaga. Just a way to get both men on the card, mainly Batista. Lots of Umaga chants. Pretty much, this is a very dull matchup with both men just going through the motions. I wasn't really impressed. Neither were the fans. Batista wins with the Batista Bomb, which is dangerously executed because he almost slipped and fell on his ass. And almost broke Umaga's neck, which would not have been pretty. Yeah, that match sucked. Speaking of a match that sucked, we get the ECW title match, Kane versus Chavo Guerrero. This match ties King Kong Bundy's record at WrestleMania 1. While I'm happy Kane got the championship, this was rather pointless. Now we get the career-threatening match, Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair. Nice pop for both men, but the crowd is firmly on Ric Flair's side once the match starts. As a match, I think it's a classic, but even more classical due to the storytelling. There we go. The tension is amazing, and Flair puts on one of his finest performances of his legendary career. HBK is clearly emotional out of character, and his "I'm sorry, I love you" was quite touching. The right man went over here for sure. HBK connects with the sweet chin music, ending a fabulous match, and Ric Flair gets the WWE send-off he deserves, and much to the appreciation of the fans. Alright, now we get the Playboy Bunny Mania Lumberjack match. We got Beth Phoenix and Melina against Ashley and Maria. How nice of Vince to put this up after a classic match. Shows how much he cares about the women's division. The crowd is out of it. It was originally supposed to feature Candice Michelle instead of Ashley, but Candice Michelle got injured, so they had to throw somebody in. So I guess they put Ashley Massaro in. So I adore Melina. I respect Beth Phoenix. I like Ashley, but Maria is pretty useless. Nice person, but she's pretty useless in this match. It's bearable, I guess, but for women's matches, notable for having the lights go out, which was great. Beth wins with her former finishing move, the Fisherman Suplex. And Snoop Dogg was there. Not sure why. Now we get the triple threat match for the WWE Championship. John Cena against Triple H and Randy Orton. Pretty mixed reaction for Cena, mostly boos. The crowd is surprisingly dead for Triple H and Randy Orton's entrance. This is actually a great matchup with some memorable spots. I loved Orton's crossbody on Cena when he was on Triple H's shoulders. The three worked really well together, and this remains an underrated match. It's even on the WWE 2K14 video game. Orton retains the championship when he punched Triple H and covers Cena. Not sure why he would cover Cena, because he just punted Triple H, but it is what it is. He got the job done either way. Now we get the no disqualification match. Oh my gosh. Going into this match, I was really not looking forward to it. And afterwards, after watching it once again, I still wasn't looking forward to it. I was bored with it. They promoted the hell out of it. But in the end, it turned into a big flop, if you ask me. That is The Big Show and Floyd Money Mayweather. The crowd was firmly behind The Big Show, as was I. Better than that, but it is better than I thought it would be. Though the ending was an absolute disgrace. Yeah, it's an absolute disgrace. This is freaking WrestleMania, and you have The Big Show, who's like 7 foot 500 pounds, and he loses to a guy that's 5 foot 3 and 180. That's ridiculous. And plus with brass knuckles, that's ridiculous. Floyd Money Mayweather's ego prevails here. That's why he won, which is ridiculous. Still pissed off about that. Now we get to the main event. Thank God Floyd Mayweather and Big Show was not the main event. This match was The Undertaker and Edge. The crowd is surprisingly somewhat dead for this. As far as the match is concerned, this would definitely rank in my top 10 of favorite WrestleMania main events. This is where Edge proved that he was a true main eventer, and the clinic he and Undertaker put on astonished me, and a lot of other wrestling fans too. It made Edge look very strong while keeping the Undertaker's inevitable undefeated streak rightfully alive. At the time, I actually thought Edge might win it, but in the end, I just knew it was going to be. Math. 16 and 0. There we go, 16 and 0. But it was a classic in every sense of the word. So that's WrestleMania 24 for you. Overall, WrestleMania 24 satisfied me for the most part and remains one of the most entertaining entries of WrestleMania. It's a tad bit overrated, as I said, but I still enjoyed it very much. There is much to like here, and I highly recommend it to watch it on the WWE Network or get it on DVD. So that is WrestleMania 24. Out of 10, I'm going to rate WrestleMania 24 I'm going to go 8 out of 10. Best match of the night, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair. Worst match of the night was probably Batista and Umaga. So that's WrestleMania 24. Coming up next, WrestleMania 25.